everyone, we've been talking about how it is time for the new you who is the true you, and you are chosen. In John 15, Jesus said, "You did not choose me, but I have chosen you." You know, it is good news to be chosen. There is so much joy in knowing that you are chosen, you're wanted, and you are celebrated by God. I was thinking about how in 5th grade, kickball was the big thing. That was like every recess, you know, we were out there, we got our kickball on, and we loved it. But you know, whenever we would play, there would always be 2 teams, and each captain, you know, they would be looking at all the kids who were there, and they would be going one by one, picking out their players. And you know, you always wanted to be the first kid that was chosen, because if you were the first one picked, you know, you'd like walked out on the team like, hey, they wanted me, I'm chosen. You know, you walked out there with such a confidence knowing that they wanted you. But then, you know, you always feel bad for the one who was the last picked, the kid who's there, and then one team just kind of gets stuck with them by default. You know, how horrible does that feel to be the one who is picked last? But you know what? With God, you were his very first choice every single time. He picked you out of the crowd and he said, that's the one I want. I want her. I love him. That's the one that I've chosen. That's the one that I love. That, you know what? You can come out with such a confidence. You can live each day knowing that you are wanted. You know, in kickball, our status would always be changing based on how we perform. But you know, it's not that way with God. No matter what we've done in the past, no matter, you know, the mistakes that we've made, did you know that there is nothing you could ever do that could ever make God love you more than he already does? That's freedom. You know, that's good news. That takes the pressure off. That you are chosen and you're wanted not based on what you do or what you haven't done, but based on the fact that he loves you and his love for you never changes. It's like when Jesus was baptized at the River Jordan, when Jesus came up out of that water, you know, I just picture like the clouds splitting and the light shining down on him, but there was a voice from heaven and God said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I'm well pleased." And right now, wherever you're at, whatever you've been through, God is pointing you out of the crowd. He's picked you out. He's chosen you, he's selected you, and he's looking directly at you. And he's saying, this is my daughter. This is my son. He's announcing it loud, bold, and free. He's not ashamed of you. He loves you. He's chosen you. He's saying, this is my son. This is my daughter. I'm not disappointed in her. I'm not ashamed of him. I love them, and they are the very delight of my life. So remember, you are chosen.